Hello everybody. In today's session, we will try to understand the HTML basics and HTML documents format, is structure, and we will do some programming just to make it a little interesting. We will be doing right from the ground up, and then we will see how it comes easy if you just use any editor or just use some special editors. These days, there are many programmers who are using VS Code and Visual Studio. They are very complicated, very sophisticated stuff, right? Easy to use and easy to program. But because our goal is to understand right from the ground up, that means that we will be doing those things in a proper way, in a professional method. To understand it, like we will start from the very much basics, and then we will proceed with the customized stuff, right? So in today's session, it is more like just understanding basic elements of the HTML. Many people might have been expert knowledge on HTML basis, but this session is not for those people who are experts, who are already seasoned programmers. This is not for them. This is for those people who never have touched the HTML documents. They never created any website. They never created any web page. So in this session, we are going to work on very much basic stuff. And not only that, we will prepare our machines for continued programming in our web pages. We may plan to go for maybe more than 20 different sessions. But here the game will be to make it interesting and to keep doing things, until you get a little bit of easy hand on the HTML and other components of HTML will come later on, right? So let us get started. First of all, basically, when we say HTML document, we are writing whenever we are writing any document in computer programming or in computer documentation, we will be always using some kind of editors. We will be using some kind of compilers. We will be using some, and that is the basic thing that we should not, waste time on these things, right? But let us get started. So how will we get started? What we need? So basically, first of all, let me put up an editor here so that we can type and we can make the list while we are delving down into the structure and the syntaxes and all those things that we need to. Let us say, let me open Notepad. Right. So this is this is just our Notepad for now. For now, we will put it down. What we are going to do now. First of all, let me make the font a little bigger for you. And so what we need in the very first tool or in a very first requirement prerequisite is to have one editor. We need a code editor, right? So you can call it, well, actually I would say text editor better explained. So we will need one text editor, right? Then what we need to understand, second thing, we need a web browser, right? And then what third thing is we need to understand HTML structure. Let me structure, right? Let me put it this way: page structure, right? Okay. And then other thing is that what else we need from base page structure, we will also need to know page structure is fine, and then we need to know page structure in two ways, like what we see in front end and what we have the structure of the code, right? So basically there are four things, but HTML page structure is a general term we use, right? So first of all, let's not waste time on this one, and we will just go forward with the something that nobody have done so far. Anybody who have never done any programming in HTML, we will go to understand. I will give you some kind of tips and tricks along with the learning, so that your learning becomes little interesting. It's not boring. So let us make it some little bit interesting, right? So basically, when we are talking about the editors, right? So text editors, for example, right now we are in Windows, but if you are in Linux or in any operating system, text editor is a plain vanilla text characters written in UTF-8 or UTF-16, whatever format you follow. For example, this untitled notepad document is a text document. When you will, for example, when you will type this one, let me save it under any name. So notes, I say notes, N-O-T-E-S, notes, right? Notes text. So it's notes text, and we are saving it. Where we are saving it? Save as notes text. We are saving in the documents, right? So I want to explain you what is the difference between the code editor, and what is the difference between code editor and plain vanilla text editor. So let us open one command window, command terminal, right? So CMD, I will show you CMD, right? And in we want to understand what text editor, any text editor, for example, Notepad or whatever text. Now we have seen many times that we have so many different types of documents in computer day-to-day computer works, right? So there are XML documents, there are Word documents, and they are all different formats, and very basic right from the ground is a simple text editor. Now this text editor is just a series of characters, series of letters in general knowledge, in a general language. So let me see if I can increase the size this one for you so that you can see it easily. So I will make it like 16 or 20. Okay, 20 is better. Okay, so I am here in my home folder. From there I will go to documents, and here we will type a directory. We will see that we have notes.txt. Let me make it a little bigger also, that you can say go it. So now you will be able to see it. So basically text editor is the one that if we type notes.txt, if we type notes.txt, then you will see same thing that we are seeing in the notepad, right? So this is the same thing. Now because you see the difference, because I did not save it, if I save it and then you type it, you will find exactly same thing, right? So I'm typing it, see exactly same thing, only one line in between, right? So what happens is this simple text editor is putting character by character, I mean letter by letter. So first of all, in the very first location, it is putting one and then a dot, then there's blank space. So blank space is simply space, and the text editor for capital T and then it is same way it is writing these things. But when you are writing a Word document, there are many other things, there are many formatting things, so those editors are not suitable for writing the code. So code editors, more than text, slightly above code editor, they have syntax sensitivity. They do write exactly bytes, only bytes, but after writing bytes, when it is reading back, then code editors will conform to the format of the document, type of the document based on the extension of the file. It is exactly text file, there's nothing else, nothing extra in between. But in the code editor, the code editors are sensitive to some kind of syntax. I will show you just before we write any code. So this is a text editor. So what we need, what kind of editor we're going to use? So we can use any plain vanilla text editor or code editor, and this sometimes is called programmer editor, right? So in this machine that we are going to do some practice. In this machine we are having nothing installed. Nothing, I mean nothing means that there is no customized software, right? See, if we go for, see, you can say Windows PowerShell is there, you can see browser is there, whatever is coming by default, and I did not install anything. So what we will do, we will see why it is different if I install some programs editor, how it will make the difference, right? So for that one, before we even understand more things, I am willing to show you how it shows. Like for example, if you see the background here, it says programming along is red and HTML basic is blue. This is just a picture anyway, but just for an example, if you write one command and that command shows different color, and in the next line you write some contents, not the command verb, then that one coming with the different color, then it is very catchy, and you, while you are programming, you are writing hundreds of lines, right? And that way it is little helpful. And more than that, there are some programmers editor, they can assist you typing longer commands just with a couple of shots, right? Then in that sense also it increases the productivity. And for the time being, we are just trying to install one of the editor that can help us write the code. For example, if I say, just in case, if I say this file, okay, let me reduce. So there is one blank space only, right? So I'm saving it right now. This is simple plain vanilla text editor. This is just for making notes and saving it on the disk, right? So for example, if we say we have a browser, right? Okay, so we have a browser, and I open this browser, and with this browser, this is a Chrome browser, by the way. So if I want to open one of the file with the Chrome browser, and how can we do that? Simple thing is that I will go to my documents folder. I will say I will open it, Explorer. So in my document folder, I have notes file, same file that we are editing here, right on right hand side. In this one, we are if we want to open this one, I will say open with, I can open with the WordPad or open with the Notepad. So text file is suitable for WordPad and Notepad both. WordPad is similar to Word, and that is a native rich text editor, right? So we can open with the WordPad. See, this is being opened in WordPad, like notes file, but open in WordPad. But we can open it with any program. We try to open it any program, and we will see what it does. For example, I want to open with the browser, right? More options, I will say you can find browser here. You don't find it, browser Internet Explorer. For example, this is also browser. So if you go with Internet Explorer, you can open the same file here. See, it is same thing, but it is text file. Now browser is not opening HTML file. So for example, if I copy this one, so if we copy this one, let me change the properties back. Change to text file to Notepad, right? So okay. So if we want to open we want to copy it and save it back again with a different extension. I am making this copy and making it HTML. So dot HTML extension, right? When you type HTML extension, this HTML extension or HTM extension, then you should open it with the Internet Explorer, right? But again, even though it is HTML, it is not doing anything special here, right? Unless you do write some of the code that some of the what we say directives. I would say I will use proper wording. Tomorrow's session will be more into the introduction and definitions, all of those things. But today I'm just making it a little bit interesting for everybody to get together so that we are motivated to do some HTML programming, and we bring some miracle into all those things, right? So basically, what I'm saying right now, just follow along whatever I'm saying right now, and then tomorrow you will be getting. I mean, so next session, whenever it comes in next week, that session will also be very basic, but at the same time, that will be organized properly, official way, right? So, but for now, let us see what is the difference between HTML and what is the difference between HTML editor, document and plain text TXT document, right? So I made the extension according to the web page. Now HTML, or maybe you can reduce it to only HTML. That is fine. Both. Oh, sorry. One thing is bad here, that it is not exactly what it is, right? Let me show you. We want to see file name extensions also, right? So because even this one is not a, this one is not a, until you keep the extension txt at the end, it is text file. When you change it, it will change to now it is browser file, right? If you type this one, it will open with the Google Chrome, right? If you open with the Google Chrome again, see, this is not showing that way because now it is assuming, now our browser is assuming that this file is a web file, HTML file. Why it is not showing this way? That is another thing, a property of HTML documents, right? These documents stay in one line unless you put BR. For example, if you put BR here, break, BR means break, BR, and I put it that way, right? So if you make it that way, save it, then if you, oh no, this is not that same file, but this is different file. Let me open that file. Cut. So let me close this one and open the other one. So I say save this notes and open the other one, which is a HTML file. So HTML file. Now exactly it is same thing, but if you put some HTML instruction, it will follow. It will abide by your command if you want to do that. So this is now HTML direction. It gives direction how to display next line. So let me try to refresh it, and you will see if that one refreshes. Good. Okay, now I did not save it. Let me save it. Okay, saved it now. If we go for this way, see the line is coming on second line, right? 2 is coming on second line, right? But same way, if you want to make all the lines the way it is, so you need one break at the end of the line, all of the lines, right? So if you put that way, then it will be showing the same way that we are intending to show the document, right? Now, once you put these instructions, these are HTML instructions, you see it will agree, it will follow your directions, what you want to. Now again, one more thing, it is coming here, right? It is disobeying the spaces. HTML document always ignore the spaces. As many as you put 1,000 spaces, it will ignore. And if you want to include spaces, then there is a special command along with it. But this basically what I am telling you, what I am trying to convince you, that HTML is very close to basic plain vanilla, and this HTML was internet was developed for military users, right? Long ago, over the wire, they wanted to send some messages, and the HTML was developed long ago when it was not available for the public. It was used for military users, And how it was useful, you will know when you will learn 50% of these things. You will know the power of HTML. These days, you might have seen many websites different way. Then you are already convinced about the power of HTML. That's why listening to this session, right? So my point here is that have we have two documents. One is HTML document, which is notes.htm. The other one document is notes text file. So text file is fine with the text editor, right? Even though HTML is also fine, but when you will see at HTML document, you will see no highlighting, no color, no highlighting of the syntaxes, right? Basically, if we want to make it, let me make one new HTML document. So new HTML document, I will go this way, better to do it easily. I will create text text document, but at the same time I will rename it to HTML. So I want to make the just first document, right? FIRST, first document, right? So I have changed the extension. I take responsibility. I'm good with that. So closing this one, opening with the HTML with the text editor, Notepad. I am opening with Notepad. There's nothing, we did not type anything yet. So what I will do is I will put a couple of commands here, and I am trying to convince you why we need specific editor. We are discussing the first thing, that first item, that we are still on the editors, right? So how it will help us, I will show you shortly, right? So basically, first tag that is appropriate for HTML pages, HTML, right? Okay. So HTML page, and then I will put body. You can put any, I mean, there is a sequence: opening, closing, first open, last close, right? So first open, last close. You open HTML, now you open body. In body, you are typing this is my first line, right? And then you say, you try the header, H1. This is my first header, right? And you close this one now. H1 is being closed, and then you close your body. So closing your body, BOODY, and then body, and then you close HTML, and then you close HTML. Like, see, it is case insensitive. This case insensitive. So this is now actually this is a structured document, right? But I'm just intentionally putting it that way. There is no formatting around this line. So basically, if you put the line like this one without any tags, this line is just taken as a text line, but it is taken as a text line, but it is taken as a part of the document because it's within the HTML. So I will save this one. And if you see now this one first, if you double click, it will open. See, this is the way it will appear, right? But you don't see HTML, you don't see body. Those are instructions for the browser, right? So now you are looking at this one. You are looking on the structure of this one, how it makes difference with the appropriate code editor, right? So let me show you. I will install one editor, simple editor, and then I will try to show you if the editor that I am bringing in, if that editor is capable of showing it the syntax. We will see how it goes, right? So I am going to bring the editor. Let me bring the editor in, and I will place it in downloads, right? So let me bring the editor in first, and then I will show you. Installation will be quick. So This is okay. So in the downloads, I place the editor. This is one editor that I use myself. There's no recommendation from my side. You can use any editor. You can use completely professional editor, or you can use any editor as long as it's typing the text the way it is supposed to be, like plain text, right? So any editor. But let me install this one, and maybe I can show you with this editor that what is the difference between the regular notepad and the customized or specialized editor, right? So I am running this one installation. This is the Crimson editor that I liked it very much. I always use it myself, but that doesn't mean that you will use it. You can use any of them. There are much better editors than this one, but this is lightweight and whatever, right? So let me start. This one is starting up right now, and I am going to increase the size for your view. Then I will make it 14, basically 14 Courier New 14 size. And then I am showing the lines here. So let me open that file. That file is in my, which is HTML file, but that file is in my documents folder, I believe, yes. And the first HTML is the file that we created. Now you can see the line, the tags are coming blue, right? See, blue, right? And then even this H1 tag is also blue, right? And there the other text is black. So when you will be using this type of editors, it will show you that this is your contents, this is your string, this is your integer, this is the way, all those ones. And I am very sure that many of the people who are listening to this session, they are already familiar with the syntax highlighting. But again, if you write with any programmer's editor, or you can say code editor, you might have syntax types, right? See, syntax type, right? If I am going to select a different type of the syntax, then you will see the different color, right? Let me see if there is anything that is see, now this is Java, right? So this is Java syntax highlighting. But again, with Java, it is recognizing HTML and it is case sensitive. See, this one is red and this one is coming as a what we call magenta, right? So because this is language dependent, so your syntax highlighting should be automatically chosen by your editor, but you can go and override if you want to see. Now I am going back to HTML. HTML is all the tags are blue in with this scheme. There can be other different schemes that are being followed. I will show you, but you can use any editor. So I am using Crimson editor. You can use Visual Studio. You can use Visual Studio Code editor, right? And you can use there are many. I mean, Notepad++ is most popular in our programming communities, right? You can say download Notepad++, NPP, right? See, this is Notepad++. I can download, and if it is quite normal if you have different editors and they may have different color scheme for a syntax highlighting. That is called color scheme. Maybe let me show you downloading Notepad. This one I am downloading this one now. 64-bit. Where is 64-bit? Okay, 64-bit portable. No, not portable. Maybe this one is 64-bit already, right? So I am installing this one. This one should also be real quick, right? Now I have installed this one, but we will see how it will show the same document, right? Maybe color template is same, color template or color theme is same or different. it is not necessarily the same, but whatever suits better to you, to your eyes, and whatever you can change them. All those colors are mostly customizable. Now, I am using Crimson editor, but this editor is more advanced than Crimson. Crimson was written long ago, maybe 12 years ago. They stopped operating that one, and that I had that copy, and I'm still feeling easy with that so much compact one, right? So I am opening the file, same file in my documents, and that is first HTML. See, the color is matching same as the Crimson. So basically, the color scheme is matching same way. Now I have Crimson editor. Where is the Crimson editor? Right? Did I close it? Okay, maybe I closed it. Okay. So see, this one is Crimson editor, the one that I use myself by default. But this one Notepad plus plus. This is very professional. There are so many good things with this one. You can get customer little hands over this Notepad plus plus. This is very useful. But again, this is also same following same. So it means this is accepted format of color scheme, right, for HTML. So basically, if you go with the other ones, like there are some online editors, and this code might be different colors. So let us work on a few of the online HTML editor, online HTML editors. So yeah, okay, online HTML editor. So this is online HTML editor. There are available, like there are many available, right? See, they are in here. They are also using the syntax here. But look, there is a title. HTML is red. We are using HTML as a blue color, right? The tag is blue color. But try it yourself. Go to this one. Inside the editor, you can copy your text and see how it is showing there. We will go by official structure and all those tomorrow. See, look at this one. We were using other standard programmers editor. They are having different color scheme for the same programming code. So basically, look at this one: HTML body and body HTML, right? So these are going this way. This way is red. It's red. This one is also red. This one is all. This is little crimson kind type of head. Little. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Like it is taking it. See, because the editor, this editor, that is also what we call is case sensitive coding. Maybe the people who designed this editor online, they have come from Java background, right? So maybe Linux background, right? So here it makes difference of the code casing, letter casing, right? So okay, well, HTML, this is same thing. So let me go with another one, online editor, right? So maybe there are more. So let me go for Google online HTML editor, right? So we have another one, tutorial point, right? Let us see how this one is showing, right? So we will try to put our code there, and we will see how it shows, right? But the point here is that is not significant. See, basically, this is the true to the syntax, right? So look at this one. This HTML and this HTML should have same color if the editor is detecting it proper way, because it's case insensitive in the tags. Is case insensitive, but I would suggest you not to cross the lines. Just keep the same case. Like for example, if I put HTML capital here, HTML, or I would suggest that rather than this one, put all of the lowercase, right? All of the tags in the lowercase. But you follow one fashion the way you start doing it, right? So just keep doing that way. So these online editors are more useful than the one you do, but it is not always the case, because if you are you are going to test small paragraph of the code, you can go with the online editors, online free editors. There are most of them, they are free. So when you are doing this way, then you are good with that one, right? My point is that if you are writing full program, then I don't suggest to use the online editor. Those are not for the full-fledged application title. Either use the Visual Studio Code, or you can use any other programmer's editor. That should be fine. With HTML, that should be fine. And when we will go further with the next few sessions, and then we will go to CSS and ASP and other code, then we will discuss which programmer's editor is useful. Sometimes even many of the programs editors may not be suitable. We need to go for specific like Eclipse. Those are IDE, not the editor. IDE is a superset of the editor functions, right? Superset means it compiles, it does everything. It includes the dependencies, and it pre-compile, and it does many things. Well, let us not focus on that one. Whatever your machine is, you can try to have your machine ready, so that the example that we do here, that should be that we are going to do the practice. So basically, what I did today is that we have discussed that what we need to do in order to program along with our sessions. So the first thing that we have discussed, that we need the text editors, right? So you can have any text editor as long as it is typing the text in for your commands or your tags or whatever. Or you can have a code editor, which is equivalent to Notepad++, I said, and VI is the code editor that is in Linux, and in Windows it is Notepad.exe. So otherwise you can go for programmers editors, that is Notepad++, and there are many other like Atom, there are Sublime, and there are many other editors. You can use any one. We will discuss more on the structure in next session. And what we will do, web browser. Now let us talk a little bit in about web browser before we conclude this session. So web browser. Now there are multiple number of web browser available, right? So if you search web browsers. Now what are web browsers, right? So web browser, Firefox, Opera, Internet Explorer, there is Tor browser, Brave browser, Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome. These are all web browsers. So web browsers are those programs that read in the text format of the web pages or websites, and they do rendering right in the real time as it is reading. Most of the time they are doing all those one in real time. They are reading a stream of the code that the document is given. Input document is given. It will read all that code in plain vanilla text format, right? And then from the text format like XML and JSON files, they are purely text files, right? Now those files same that way the web browser will look for HTML tags and HTML directions and whatever is available in is valid in HTML format, and then before it shows something to the user, it will do all the formatting. It will put all the color, it will put all the spacing, it will put everything, anything that is written inside the HTML as an instruction, right? It will follow that one. Then the only one exception from other type of renderers is that HTML browsers are programmed in such a way that if there are there are some of the errors available in the command, it will not show you error. It will log in different log. You can go and search that, but it will not complain on the screen, but it will show you whichever tag is failing. It will put it on the side and keep going. So it will show you the page anyways. For example, if you are typing my web page, my website, So I am typing this one, and this browser is a Chrome browser, and it is going and fetching my website. If it finds, then it will show the web page. This is index document. I think it's the index or whatever it is, right? But the thing is, the thing that we are considering is that, see how it works, right? Now it is working in a way that that is defined in the text file. Now that text file may be one text file, maybe multiple text files, but they are all, whatever the text files are given, HTML files, or it is any of the other one, PHP or whatever the format files are there. See, look at these things. Now this style is different. This style is different. Some of them the live links. Some of them they are not live. See, if you go with the live link, what it will do? It will follow your instruction, right? And if you click on something else, you will find something else, right? So by the way, this is called browser. This program is a browser, and this is doing right on your computer, whichever computer you are running. It's not coming from the remote site. It is reading this one here. The data is coming from the web server. It is coming over the cable, and that network cable, and that data stream is being read into the buffer of the web browser, and it is presenting you as a document, right? So basically, if you go for a Gmail or you go for a Google, accordingly, those are all of those are the web pages, and those are being rendered by this Chrome. You use, if you want to use Internet Explorer, you can do that as well. See, this is Internet Explorer, and if you put google.ca, see, you will find Google here, and see, it will work same way. But point here is that whatever browser you choose, you can use the way you want it, right? So the next thing is the last thing that we want to discuss today is that HTML page structure. So let us not go too deep today for the page structure. We will leave this one for next session. For today, we have decided which editor we are going to use. At the minimum, you are having the text editor that comes with the operating system. If you are using Linux machines, or even if you are using Mac machines, VI editor, right? That is default native one on the on those machines, right? So you don't have to make any separate effort for other one. But when you are going to write a striking and very lavish type, very shiny type of applications, I would suggest to go with some kind of programming editor. Even further than that, you can use programming IDE for the HTML pages. Eclipse is good. VS Code is also good. We will do all those things right here and you don't have to make separate. Just stay along with us, program along with us, but do the practice the way you see what I'm doing on the screen. Do that one or more than that one, right? I am just covering the bare base so that everybody stays on the same page, and purpose of these sessions will be motivation. And if you are really most motivated, you can go for either you can go for self-study, or you can go with any computer training center. They will give you that courses, and there are many intelligent people who can do these things there by self-study. So if you search online, you will find some kind of tutorial, and if you like those tutorials, you can buy those tutorials for $10 or something like that. They are very cheap in value, but at the same time, they are very rich in contents, right? I can bet you that HTML tutorials, all that are on the web online for online free courses, those are also available for purchase. Just purchase it for a little bit of money for $5, maybe $10, maybe $15, depending upon the contents. What are you going to do? They have a really astonishing level of the quality. Don't have to stick with any particular computer training center for HTML courses, at the least, right? But if you are going to find a job, make it your profession, then you can go for professional training. But this session that we are going to hold every Wednesday, that you will be getting some basic knowledge and you will be able to do your own websites at home. So please stay with us. We will show you more in the next session. We will discuss all the structure, and we will proceed to some kind of plan for what we are doing. You can decide what you want to develop, what you want to do, what you want to program. All those things we will be helping alongside. Thank you very much for your time today, and stay close and wait for next session on next Friday. Join us in real time so that you get a real time feedback. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye for now.